Yeah, shouldn't matter. Won't matter.
Where is Trigger?
She's behind the couch. She's right there. You want to put her on her place? Good morning. As people start coming on, I want to start the week off well here with a good lesson with Spry. So I think a lot of people dread Mondays. I kind of do too, I guess, but I'd rather look at it as the start of a good week. We're going to get a lot done this week with the dogs, and I've got a lot of stuff to do outside of the dogs as well. So instead of looking at it that way, now off to a really good Monday start. Look how big she's getting. It won't be long and she'll be climbing out of that, so we won't be using it much longer. Good morning, Matthew from Fargo. Good morning, April. Good morning, Dennis. Good morning, Jeff. So one thing we're going to do this week, because the weather's going to allow it, is we're going to tie her out, and I'll explain that process when we get to it. I haven't gotten there yet. Good morning, Clint from Green Bay, Clinton. So I'm going to tie her out and start working on taking my first steps to doing some heel work. I'm going to admit to a mistake this morning. Come on. So I'm going to get her up here. I'm going to take her out right away. I'm going to start off the week with confessions of DogBone. We had an accident with this pup this morning, about 15 minutes ago probably. And I was starting to get stuff ready. I was on the computer. I was doing emails this morning before we feed her, and she started whining. She was on her bed. She started whining and fussing, and I thought, well, she's hungry, and because it's time for her to eat, and I knew that. So I put it off. I turned around, and she had an accident. She was peeing right on her bed. So I caught her, so I was able to say, no. I wasn't real hard on her, but I picked her up, and I carried her outside, and I got her outside. She finished it off. I washed the bed off. Whose fault was it? Absolutely mine, 100%. So I'll admit to that. To start out the week, we made a mistake. So I put her into her little pen. Now I took her outside. Good morning, Naomi, Cody, Sean joined in. So now I'm just going to let her do her business. I've got her food ready. My plan with her there, she's peeing right now. Good girl. Good girl. Now, let's get her in a hurry. Come on. This is what I like, when a dog beats me to the house. So you can see she's gotten better at that over the last week. So I'm going to praise her for it and tell her how good she is. Good girl, you're very good. You're very good. We had quite a weekend. All the dogs slept well. We got some good shed hunting in. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. And I'm going to give you my takeaways from it. But again, I want to get another repetition. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Good girl, very good. Sit. Very good. So here's one of these things where, come here. Sit. Sit. Hey. Distractions. Sit. Very good. You can see no treats. I didn't do any treats here this morning. But what I got was, now I'm starting to realize that this pup, it's starting to sink in what sit means. It's starting to sink in the recall. It's starting to sink in. The habits are starting to form that I'm looking for. Now what I'm going to do is start to incorporate it into more situations other than training. So like that was not a training lesson separated from any common, regular, everyday thing. That was, she came into the porch, and before I let her come in the house, I got 2 little repetitions of sit. So now is when the consistency and the habit forming is going to really kick in. We worked on something in a drill for several weeks now. Now I'm incorporating it into everyday life. This is when I really get a lot of repetition. So you've heard me talk about how we train for a set amount of time on something specific. We're working on a specific drill. And then what we do is we take that and we build it into all the time in between drills. So, if you train for 15 minutes a day, you got 23 hours and 45 minutes to reinforce what you trained. that's where that consistency happens. So, Brent, go Bears. I like it. All right. Oh, you must have saw the mat. Okay. Yeah, there's a house divided here. Good morning, Robin. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reiterate, guys. I made a big mistake this morning, and we had an accident. Okay. So she whined and fussed for a couple minutes, which hindsight, I'm kind of impressed with it. She whined pretty good, pretty long. I totally misread her. I totally misread it as a trainer. So she had the accident. I caught her having the accident. I corrected it very lightly. I just said, no. Now, I'm setting this up because before we eat, I'm going to try to make some retrieves. We did this last week with a little success. We're going to try to build on it. I did it on Instagram with very little success. So I did it live on Facebook, and we had some luck. Oh, we escaped the Great Wall. Come on. Very good. Sit. So there. Sit. Good. If you can see that. So what happened there was not part of our plan, but we turned it into training. She escaped out of the Great Wall. Remember when I said she's going to get out of that pen pretty quick? Well, she's figuring out how to get out of everything. She went running through the house. My recall to her was she was responsive to it. She came right away to me, and she sat. And so I wasn't planning on working on recall right now, but I just did, and she responded, and I praised. So I turned it into a lesson. Sit. I just turned it into another sit. So now is when we're really going to make some way with sit, because she gets it now, and I don't treat her anymore. If I have to occasionally, to remind her of it, I will give her a treat, but very, very seldom. Here's my backup plan. Got 3 pieces of food in my pocket. Just in case I ran into problems with recall, no. Not going to allow her to jump up. I have zero tolerance of that. So I'm carrying around this balled up sock. She's excited. She wants to jump up. So let's do this. I'm going to bring her back, and all I'm going to do is try to get 2 or 3 retrieves out of her to start the week off. No. Spry. Good girl. Come on. Very good. Come on. Now she hangs up on me. Come on. You can't see her. Come on. Good girl. Very good. Now this is what she was doing to me on Instagram. Come here. I'm not going to chase her. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Very good. She really wants to just hang back there. So now, what I really wish I could do is I wish this was longer, and I'm going to leave her. Good girl! Good girl! Come on! Very good! That's a good girl. There. Okay, let's reset that. Grab a hold of her. So now I amped her way up, so I may have to slow her down again, just to get a little focus back. So, what happened on that one? Same thing that happened before. She ran to the end of the hall, she grabbed it, she didn't want to come back. So I have 2 fixes for that. One of them is, I might shorten the distance and come so that it's right here, and let's try this retrieve. So it's like, I'm 2 feet away from her. So all she has to do is take a step towards me, and it's a retrieve. Then I can maybe take 2 steps and make it a retrieve. The other thing is, I do the opposite of what she wants to do. She wants to hang out here by herself. That's only going to last so long. So what did I do? I put more distance between us. I left. And she turned and saw me leaving and went, I'm coming. So here she comes running with it in her mouth. I get down. I welcome her in. I praise her for the retrieve. So the habit now that she does not have is to come right back to me with this. We got to get her to have that habit and have her understand the sooner I get back, the more I get to do this. This is fun. So I'm going to try changing this. I'm going to make this a super short retrieve. Let's try putting the camera back here. And all I'm going to get out of her is I'm looking for, I can touch the wall. That's how close it is. So if she goes to get it and she takes a step back, I'm calling that a retrieve. And then I'm going to try to make it 2 steps back. So I'm going to roll it out. Very good. Come on. That's it. Come on. If she goes to the back wall, I'm not going to go for it. Come on. Good. Now I'm going to welcome her back to me. Very good. I'm going to get her back. Come here. What's this? What is this? Good girl. Right here. Come on. Now I can back up. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, we got the wall falling down. She's really interested in what's going on. Come on, little girl. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, very good. Come on, little girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, that's it. She goes, no, I'm not. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. No. Very good. Come on. So here we got this girl that wants to hang up, right? Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go. I'm going to leave. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, little girl. Come on, little girl. Let's go up to her. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Come on, come on, come on. That's it. That's it. That's what I want. Come on. Come here. Come here. We got an escapee again. Here. Good girl. Come on. 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 That's it. Very good. Very good. Come on. Right here. Right here. Good girl. Good girl. Probably the least natural retrieve I've seen in a puppy for 5 years. I've never seen one that has such a tendency to not want to come. What is that? But we got to work through it. We're not going to throw our hands up and go, oh, my dog doesn't want to do it. Well, we're going to figure out how to get it out of her. She's got it in her. Here. Come on. That's it. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, pup. Come on. Come on. Come on. No. No. Come on. Here, I'm going to try something different. Because this, she's not doing real well with. The balled up sock is working. It's really getting stuck in her teeth. So I'm going to drop that off. I'm going to try one more thing. Someone's in a goose blind, Chris. I'm jealous. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm going to go into the bag. So we're audibling here. Because we're really struggling to get her to be willing to come back. And I've got a small puppy bumper that I'm going to try. It's a little bit bigger. I'm going to give it a shot. And I'm also going to bring a tennis ball. Let's see if she'll be less likely to chew on a tennis ball because it's too big. I don't know if she'll be able to fit it around her mouth. So I'm going to set this back up. Back to the drawing board. So here's the thing. Here's part of this. My frustrations can't show to her because she's going to go, I don't know that this is really that fun, Dad. So I can't show my frustrations. Let's start out with a tennis ball. Good girl, what is that? Come on. Come on. Come on, really good. Come on. Come here, you. Don't you be so puppy. Come on. Good girl, very good. Come on. Now I'm going to go away from her and see if I can get her to come with that. But she is really set on being alone in the hallway. Come on. I'm going to go up to her. I'm just going to go away from her real quick. Come on. Where is it? Very good. Come here. Come on. That's it. Good girl. Come on. No. Come on. Let's do this. Come on. What's this? Come on. What is this? What do I have? See the focus change? She just realized I got a piece of food. Come on. Now this I'm going to not want. Come on. Very good. Come on. That's it. Come on. Come here. Come on. Very good. Come on. Now she lost the ball and everything. Good girl. And I gave her a piece of kibble just now. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. 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 Very good. Very good. Very good. Come on. Go, go, go. One more step. One more step. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. She doesn't want to give the ball up, which is good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on. I'm going to set this down so I can work with two hands. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Let's just turn this into a game. Good girl. Here. Here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Right here. Right here. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Don't back into that corner. That's it. Good girl. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Very good. Very good. Now, sit. 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 That's it. Good girl. Come here. Come on. Good girl. Very good. Now I got her to me. Very good. Very good. I'm literally a foot away from the wall. Good girl. Come on. Come on. That's it. Good girl. Get it. Good girl. As soon as she's got it in her mouth and she's right by me, I'm going to praise her for it. I'm not taking it from her. Good girl. This is going to be baby steps. No, she's not going to run away with it. I'm not going to be in a hurry to take it away either. Good girl. Come on. That's it. And now she's just kicking it over to me. That's okay. I just want her to find it. Where is it? Well, there it is. Very good. Good girl. Get it. Get it. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Sit. 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 Good. So I'm just trying to get her to settle just slightly. I want to get like one step retrieve. That's all I want. That's it. Oh, very good. Very good. Come on. Right here. Right here. Now all of a sudden the tennis ball's lost its excitement. What is that? Good girl. That's it. Very good. You missed that one, but she picked it up. She came to me with one step. I'm going to try one more thing. You can see how quickly the tennis ball lost its excitement too. So that's a sign of her attention span. What's that? What is there? Very good! Very good! New object, puppy bumper. She brought it back, probably not intentionally, but she did. It's all of a sudden exciting. Very good! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Not reaching for the dummy, I'm reaching for her. Good girl! Very good! She's got it in her mouth. I'm going to share it with her. Good girl! And I'm ending it on that. So you can see one thing right now is she's not very strong on her natural retrieve yet. So I will talk about how I always work. Now look, all this excitement in retrieving, look who's all of a sudden peeking around the corner. Ellie, go in your kennel. Kennel. Go on. Kennel. 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 No. Kennel. Go on. Ellie, come on. Kennel. Kennel. She hears all that excitement, all that ruckus. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to change my location where I feed her. I'm not feeding her in the hallway anymore. What I'm seeing in the hallway is not what I'm looking for with my retrieve. So I'm going to move out of there. We're going to go back to here where we've been doing retrieves, or been doing feeding. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to end this with her on success with steadiness. She's going to have to be extra steady today because she was extra not good on everything else. So, really a struggle for the retrieve. Mental note, now I'm going to work on it. Now, I'll probably think of where have we had fallen short. leading up to this. I'm going to set her down. I'm going to talk a little bit because I don't want her breaking on my voice. Extremely steady. It tells me that we've been practicing this for quite a while. She's getting it. Second time we've done retrieves with you guys, third time overall. We haven't practiced it much. So we're going to have to find that little magic. We're going to have to find the key that unlocks the retrieve with her. And once it happens, it's going to go. But I got to find that yet. So I'll probably make retrieves a little more often this week. Because I found a weakness, we're going to work on it. What I'll be real careful to do is not over-retrieve once we get it going. I don't want to burn her out. Right now I just want to bring it out. Very, very steady, real calm here. Spry. She gets to eat. I'm going to grab my computer here so I can take a look at some of the questions. There's a couple things too that I wanted to talk about. If some of you guys were able to see this past weekend, we did some shed hunting. I'm gonna sit down, you can see her. Then I'm going to get her bed ready. Because the next phase of her finishing out here today will be her steadiness and her place training. So, a couple things. Like I said, I need to find out how to unlock that retrieve with her right now. It clearly wasn't there today. It wasn't there. I thought it was better last week. She did a little bit better job last week. So let me go back and start scrolling through some of these questions. If you have questions, now's a really good time to ask them. I've got a couple things I was going to talk about with some of the shed hunting that we did this past weekend. If you guys had a chance to watch any of that. What a happy recall she did after her escape. Yeah, she did, April. Her recall is pretty strong. Her recall has gotten significantly better in the past week, I would say, 5, 6, 7 days. Even from outside, it's gotten better. Midday is when I struggle with her because she knows it's not connected to feeding times. So I still have to get her motivated to come in. When she comes in on those recalls, I treat it very similar to how I do when it's feeding times. I kind of challenge her to a race. I recall her back to the little porch, and I praise her a lot for it. So we're substituting the reward of food with praise there. I haven't given her rewards of food for sit now for some time. It's all been praise, and the reason for that is she's getting pretty good at it. I think she understands it now. She's connecting the timing with the command. She's connecting the timing with the things that precede it, like when we do our steadiness and set her down for the bowl of food. She knows her butt's got to hit the ground. So from that, we're going to add layers to it this week. My plan is to start getting her to sit and back away from her while she's eating. So it's basically setting her up to stay, remote sit or stay, and then we're going to start setting her. So we're building on that. So some of the stuff we've been working on consistently, she's getting pretty good at. Some of the stuff we're starting out for the first time, she's not very good at. That's why we do them live, because you're going to see the same progression. It sounds crazy to think, but it was only 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, we put her in my arms and would wait 40 minutes in order for her to stop fussing and whining so that I could at least set her down to eat. So in a relatively short period of time, we've come a relatively long way. That's all relative. We've got a lot longer road to take with her. So, Jackson Schulte, Brian Quigley, welcome. You guys joined in here earlier. Chris Borgman's from a Goose Blind. We're all jealous. She's doing the very thing Tiffin, 16 months old, has reverted back to lately. Tiffin has been good at retrieving since she was little. So she's done eating. She's going to go up on her plate. And she's got distractions. Mom's getting ready to go to work, so she's packing. Pup's going to have to deal with that. So, back with April. Tiffin has been good at retrieving since she was little, but suddenly she doesn't want to bring it back. I decided I'm going to take many steps backwards and return to the beginning, which means returning to practicing in my hallway. Yes, April. The other thing is, at 16 months, my question, I guess, would be, and I'm wondering if it's 16 months or 16 weeks. Either way, 16 weeks would be a little too early for this, but if it's 16 months, hold conditioning will fix. I had a dog, Ellie's sister Kimber. If you go back on our videos, it was before we were doing lives. We had retrieves that I showed. Little too tempted there, so she got a little correction. Very good, she responded to it. If you go back to some of our old videos, we had Kimber, who was Ellie's sister. She was yellow, who was making really strong retrieves. She was doing really nice. She had not been hold conditioned. She was about 14. No, she was probably about, I would guess she was probably about 11 months at the time. And she got into a little funk where she would retrieve it back to me, but then she'd take off. She'd go for a run. And then I'd get her back to me, but it was just, she would go and she might have to go to the bathroom. I just kind of sense that she's got to go to the bathroom. So while I talk through this, I'm going to take her out. I'm going to learn from my lesson this morning. So it looks like it is 16 months. So question is, did you get through hold conditioning? Because hold conditioning will fix those problems. I had to do it with Kimber. Kimber was running off with it. She'd bring it back eventually, but she realized some freedoms and she'd take off. And so I'm gonna take this dog out because I just really think she's gotta go to the bathroom. She's unsettled. We've got kind of on a little bit different routine than we were the last few days. That sometimes throws a wrench into things as far as her habits. So I'm gonna just tell her, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. She's seeking out a spot right now. She's gonna go. So for her own sake, I'll flip it around. You don't have to watch her do that. Good girl. So you could see there, our normal routine is not go right outside, but her normal routine was not 2 or 3 days on the road that we just spent. So her timing wise, she's all mixed up. So I had to check. Good girl, come on, come on, come on. Now she knows it's not time to eat. So how quickly can I get her to recall? Watch now, because now is the struggle. Come on, come on, hey, come on. Here's my little insurance policy. Hey, little girl. No. I don't want her going across. Come here. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come. Don't you think? You can just see she's thinking. No. Come here. Come on. Here. Good. Here. Come here. Sit. She really doesn't want to sit in this wet. Sit. Sit. Good. No. I want control all the way in. Sit. Good. I'm helping her out. New situation. I want to get her through this tough spot. I'm going to get her to the lawn. Yeah, what's this? Come on. See how she fades on me? Come here, right here. Come on. Very good. Good girl. Sit. See how much better her sit is right here? See how difficult it was out there? Too many distractions out there. So that's that environment influence. She's gotten pretty good at it. In controlled situations. She struggles where there's all those distractions. Now I know she doesn't have to go to the bathroom. Now she's going to have to settle in. So back to April's question, the running off. At 16 months old, April, go through hold conditioning and you'll fix that. Now, hold conditioning is going to take a few weeks. At 16 months, it might take even longer because it just depends on how formed your habits are right now. If it just started happening, you should be fine, but I'd figure 4 weeks. 4 weeks of it. And we did it with Kimber after she had those issues. We did it with Kimber and Ellie. So I showed you with 2 different dogs that were the exact same genetics. They're sisters. and they have different styles. One is a lot more excitable than the other. So that might be something, April, that will help you. We go through hold conditioning in our shed DVD very quickly. I probably cover it more in detail on Facebook than I did in our shed DVD, actually. But that would be something that will help you fix that. But yes, take steps backwards. Start it in the make the retrieves in the hallway, but I think the fix is going to be for you. It's going to be hold. Had a rain day, get to watch live. Nice, Mike. We had lots of progress this weekend. Nicole and Mike, they've been walking through this process. Their pup's a week older, I think, than ours. The one thing that's driving me crazy is the biting. He will run up and bite my toes, legs, anything. We have no chew toys. We growl and say no. We pick him up and he calms down, but nothing is helping. Any thoughts? Intensify what you're doing to get response. So now, and especially now as he's getting bigger, we had biting going on all night at Whitetails Unlimited on Saturday night. If anybody watched us live there, that was the number one thing I would say that we struggled with, was nipping and biting. It had to do with the puppy being in situations where the puppy could nip and bite, and when she could, she would. So we had to correct it. With you, Nicole, running around, biting my toes, legs, anything, run up. I got a fix for you. Don't let him free run. Okay? If he's not free run, this little puppy right now can't bite at my toes, can't bite at my legs, can't bite at anything, because she's under control, she's on place. If she's not in there, she's in her pen. If she's not in there, she's in her crate. So if the dog hasn't earned the ability to run around with you, because all he does is bite on you, then he doesn't get to run around. And when he does nip and bite, you need to maybe pick it up another level. So if you're picking him up and saying no, and it's fixing it for like a second, but then he's right back to it, intensify your correction. Do it quickly before he gets too big. So pick him up by the scruff of the neck and give him a solid, firm no. What it tells me is the reason why that pup bit and nipped at Whitetails Unlimited this weekend, there's exactly what I'm looking for out of her. I should have corrected. I should have marked that response, but the reason my dog did it with strangers and not with me was because she knew who I was and she didn't know who everyone else was. And it was her way of testing to find out if she could be dominant over these strangers. And it was her way of kind of establishing herself in this gigantic pack of Whitetails Unlimited members. And so what I made every person do is I didn't allow it to happen. I made every person establish themselves. I had one guy that held on to Spry here like we do for feeding. I made him hold on. I didn't make him. I asked him to, and he took the challenge. And I bet you it was 25 minutes. And he was like, this pup's getting heavy now. And so she was squirming. She wasn't biting because he was holding her in the right spot. She couldn't bite at anything. But she whined and fussed and wanted to get down. It was way more fun for her to be down. So he took the challenge. He did an awesome job of outlasting her. And all of a sudden she settled into his arms and he put her down. But that was completely her testing someone new. The second I held on to her, she settled right in. So we did that all night. So Nicole, your pup is testing you. And now it's a question of, can you step up? Jeff's having similar issues with Thor. Held him for about 10 minutes through the fussing and whining. He was okay for a while, then slipped back to biting. Same answer to you, Jeff. Up the correction till you get an established response. When you work with your dogs that are duck and shed dogs, are your hunt commands the same for birds and sheds? Yes, mine are, Jacob. I have a hunt command to find it. That's why it's universal. Good question. Had someone ask me that yesterday. We flushed some grouse while we were shed hunting. The dogs that I was with are going to be upland dogs. Taylor is, and Ellie will be. So I used that opportunity for some good positive experience. And so my hunt command is no different. Find it. That is it, and that's the tone. It's 16 months. She's coming out of her second heat cycle. So same thing. April, the heat cycle, I do see some dogs, if this just happened during the heat cycle, I wouldn't be so far as to put it past the idea that I've seen females under certain, when they come into heat, I've seen some do much better. They perform really good, they're sharp. I've seen some really struggle, like they don't know what they're doing. So that affects dogs differently. So if that just happened when the heat cycle started, it could be that. I still think you need to go through and hold condition the dog. I think every dog has to be through hold conditioning, or it will come up at the absolute worst times. and I've been there before. So Brooke, welcome Brooke. Brooke's in. Sounds good. Thanks. I didn't get as much training with her when she was Spry's age because I was laid up from knee replacement. So you're look at it this way, April. You still got a puppy on your hands, a real puppy. So don't be worried about that. But now's the time. Don't hesitate. Make hay now. While she's very, very formidable, and also make it work before you have a ton of bad habits. So I'm a broken record when I say don't train something into your dog today, you got to train out of them later. Don't form bad habits. Form good ones from the start. Thanks. Sent you a message last night with a video. Hopefully you got it. I didn't have a chance to look at it yet, Jeff. We didn't get back until about 11 last night, so I'm going to be playing a ton of catch up today. So I know I have a lot of questions too. There were a lot of messages that came with questions this weekend as well. See ya. And so I will be digging into those. I got emails to respond to, and I've got Facebook message questions. So thanks guys for your patience with that stuff. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get back to you. I'll get back, I promise. It just might take a little while. Can't wait to train Rocky. Matt's got a pup coming. It sounds like Rocky. My dog will not track at all when she's in heat. She just walks around and acts like she has no idea what she's doing. Like you said, as soon as she was down, back to business. Lyle, I see that a lot. I also see some dogs in heat really shine. So I don't know that there's science behind it one way or the other. I think it's a personality thing. And I think I'm going to say this very gingerly, but women in general, that cycle sometimes changes different women differently. So, so I think the same is true with the dogs. Thank you. I've been really enjoying watching your videos, listening to your advice. Thank you, April, for following along. Thank you all for following along, guys. This is something that we did kind of as a test to see how it goes. We have plans to do some more stuff with it that I think you guys might like even more. We need to make sure that it's, we're seeing people like the comments you're making. That's what we're looking for. I'd really like to grow it. I think the more people we can get doing this, involved with this, the better it's going to be. So that goes back to you guys helping me do that with the shares and the. I've had several, and I want to thank a couple people because I've had several people. There's some pages out there, like there's a Wisconsin Rut Report that I get tagged into quite a bit, where people are looking for some help. There's some different shed pages, shed dog pages. And there's people that put, I think that's a great part about social media. There's a lot of downside to it, but there's a lot of really good things to it too. So I want to embrace that. But good opportunities to learn stuff. And when people help tag our DogBone, tag our live sessions in, let people know about them, that's where I think we can really get this thing to be beneficial to so many people. So, sorry about that. Had her a little close. So really like the issues this morning. I know not what you want, Todd. Nice to see how you correct it. Yeah, Robin, we're gonna work through that. We're gonna get better. If you look back, and I say this seriously, look back to the very beginning. Look to the very first couple lives, and maybe not even the first couple, because I think they started out really good, and then like 2-3 days into them, we were like, what the hell's going on here? The dog is just totally taking steps backwards. Well, this time we're starting out without a real strong performance, but we're going to figure out how to get a strong performance. So I feel very confident, trust me. I'm not giving up after 2 days of her struggling to make a retrieve. This dog's got better genetics than I do. So maybe that's not saying much, but we are going to have her, we're going to figure out how to tap into her. Every one of them is a little different, and figure out how to get that out of it. It's all in there. We just have to figure out how to get it out. Amy says, hi, Steph. Steph's packing for work. She's heading out today. I ordered one of your kits. Can't wait to receive it, Matt. At what age should I start out with him on sheds? There's no answer for that, Matt. If you listen to us, I wrote an article about time and how it doesn't matter. It means nothing to dogs. So age doesn't matter. I think it has to do with where they are training-wise development, where they are mentally, focus-wise, where they are physically, how soon can they handle picking up certain shapes. This puppy right now, the last thing I want to do is use that training dummy. I don't think she can pick it up very comfortably. She's too small. So if she struggles with it, I don't want a negative introduction to anything that I want the dog to like. So I'm going to go from the balled up sock to now I went to a tennis ball, now I went to a puppy bumper. I think I had the best results at the puppy bumper, But you could see the tennis ball was really a cool item for about 3 seconds. And then all of a sudden she didn't want to even pick it up anymore. That goes back to attention spans. So I'm going to find out what works best for her. Then I'm going to get her to make retrieves with it. Then I'm going to transfer that habit of retrieve to other objects. And eventually we're going to get to that training dummy. You'll see it. Still playing catch up in between your videos and live videos. That's the nice part about Facebook, guys, is they're all saved. We're doing some Instagram lives too. Those are not saved. So if you are on Instagram, they're worthwhile. They're going to be bonus stuff. But the problem I have with Instagram's lives are they don't get saved. Where Facebook they do, and eventually they're going to find these over on our YouTube channel as well. So working on all of that. This is a great refresher. My lab just turned a year, and we followed your system, and he's awesome now. Still need to get him out and find some real sheds. I found some. Yes, that leads me really nicely into how often do you tie out a pup? Once a day, once a week? Once a day, once a week? No, I try to tie him out as often as I can during the day. It just depends on the schedule, Becky. So just like place training, I try to do place training as just a way of coping with the dogs and making sure they don't get into trouble. So my dogs are in place for a lot during the day. If I can and the weather permits and I'm set up to do it, we'll be tying out equally to start to figure out the idea of them being patient, settling, and giving the pressure on the neck. So we're going to start now that the weather has broken a little bit. But no, I don't, there's not a time on that either. There's not a set amount of times I want to do it. I want to do it as often as I can. So the idea of the shed stuff, so I made a couple notes. One thing was, if you guys followed along, and I'll make this quick because I got to get to our shop too, but this weekend we got some really solid things accomplished. Had Taylor pick up one shed, my phone was dead. Had Taylor get one. I'm not going to give her 100% credit for it. I saw it eventually. I was about one step from seeing it as she went down to pick it up. So then she was about maybe 15 yards from me. We were in like some thermal cover with some pines, and so there's a lot of down trees and stuff. If I stepped over that log, I would have saw it. I'm sure I would have saw it. I saw it as she saw it, and as she picked it up. So I got some confidence in her. Understanding that she still gets it. This is her first time out this year. But the other thing was, from an endurance standpoint, I pushed every dog probably beyond where I should have. And the reason I did was because we had such a good opportunity, and we don't have as many opportunities as we would like to these days. So we pushed. When I say endurance, I mean shed hunting is not a sprint, it's a marathon, both for me and for the dogs. And I think we have to take that into consideration when hunting them, for concern of them checking out and being burnt out, and also for them to not just train for 10 minutes and then wrap it up, because dogs will check out after 10 minutes of hunting and they need more than that. So we have to work on this as an endurance thing. We pushed that to the limit this weekend with all of our dogs. I think I want to reiterate the idea of taking dogs out too young. Someone asked me about it while we were out there. There's no risk in it as long as you have realistic expectations. And if you want to see realistic expectations, look at Ellie. Ellie got her first find this weekend. She got to pick one up and bring it back to me. And it was really, really a struggle. She didn't know what she was doing. She's a little over a year. She's about a year and 3 months. And I have not worked with her on sheds much. She's going to be a gun dog as well. I've had her picking up the shape of the antler. We have not gone through a full process of training. But did it hurt for her to be with me? Not at all. As long as I had realistic expectations and realized when we found one, it might be me helping her put the pieces together and have this click. And that's exactly what we did. So we got something out of it. If we hadn't been having that mindset going in, I think a lot of people would have been very discouraged by what she did. She ran right by it 3 times and she didn't pick it up. She bumped into it and she didn't pick it up. She went right up to it and smelled it and wagged her tail. She didn't pick it up. So what is that all doing? We have to go back. I have to continue the process of training with her to get her to understand that and make it click. But we got her to pick it up eventually. We didn't find any after that with her. So the difference about shed hunting and pheasant hunting or bird dog training and gun dog training is the chances for opportunities to show the real thing are much slimmer when it comes to shed training. We don't find hundreds of sheds in a season. pheasant dogs, I can flush hundreds of pheasants in an afternoon. So that experience, repetition, and consistency forms those habits. So I got to keep that in mind. The other part is the physical conditioning. Dogs were very hot. Dogs were struggling to breathe through their mouth to cool down. They were panting. So the nose work towards the end of the day, when the temperatures got warm, the wind was blowing, and they were tired. They struggled a lot more with the noses. So I had to be understanding and realizing of that. So it goes back to conditioning. Taylor is coming off of her pups. So this was the first real exercise test that she's had. I've slowly built her up with some drills. But again, it goes back to shed hunting is not a race. It is not a sprint. It's a marathon. And our dogs have to be ready for that as well as us. So those are a couple of the takeaways that I had. Do I use a chain gang type tie out with have all your dogs tied out at once, or do you I keep them alone? If I'm tying them out together, I'm gonna have some distance between them. I don't need any more temptation than necessary. So I will isolate them, especially when they're little, but they have to be able to do it with other dogs around as well. So Wild Rose Kennels has their little forest of dogs. They've got all these trees, and they got them tied out around all these different trees. I struggle to do that, so I've got stakes. I've got stakes where I tie out, and they're in different locations because I don't have as much shade. I need shade in the summer to do it, so I have a tie out near every tree that can cast some good shade. So they're not all in a group just because of our setup, Rhett. I don't know that you can't do that. I think you can do that, but you gotta have the right setup, and I think a lot of it comes down to the conditions. So that's this morning, guys. We're starting out this week. We're going to continue to do what we've been doing. Keep following along with us. Keep asking questions. This is the point of doing it live. So I appreciate all you guys supporting. I've got several people that sent videos in. I'm going to share the heck out of them because I want to show the other people that it's not just us. It's not just our couple dogs that we affect. Our hope is to affect a lot of dogs and a lot of trainers. So one quick announcement, the Pulaski workshop is full. We had a spot open up, and we had several people respond to it. I actually had a couple people that are going to shift and go to the Buffalo County one the month later in May. Melissa Stone is one of those. I appreciate that. If you guys, I do have a few spots, and that's not many. It might be one or two. I got to go through the finalized list. But we have one or two spots, I think, yet over in Buffalo County, May 19th, 20th, and 21st. That's for a handler's workshop. More information on that in our Facebook feed. I'll probably repost that one this week, but it'll likely be filled this week. So if you are interested in it, email me, Jeremy@DogBone Hunter. I'll get you more information on it, but that's going to happen quick because they're going to fill up. So have a great Monday, guys. April's getting a tripod and a smartphone mount attachment so she can start recording. Awesome. That's what we want to see. Because the other thing is when people have sent me videos, there have been things that I've saw and I go, great, work on this. Here's a little thing that you can do to help you with that. So me telling you guys is one thing, you guys doing it is another, and then us fine-tuning that is what really is going to get a sharp edge on these dogs. So you guys have a great Monday. What do you do if your pup starts whining and you're tying her out to get her out? And you're going to be out to get her. As long as they're quiet, I get out there quickly. As long as they settle in, I get out there quickly to let them off. So if they start fussing, you need to figure out a way to be able to get to them quicker without getting them all worked up. But that's if it's a long, long distance. But otherwise, I think you, as soon as you mark that behavior that you want for change, get out there, get them off, and then reset it and do it again. So you guys have a great Monday. We'll be back with you later tonight.